Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Naila. I am from the SQL department and my age is 15. Now I will discuss the second course of project 1 and that is joining data in SQL. Chapter 1 Introduction to Inner Join. As the name suggests, the focus of this chapter of course is using SQL to join two or more database tables together into a single table, an essential skill for data scientists. In this chapter, I learned about the inner join, which along with left join are probably the two most common joins. I saw diagrams throughout this course that were designed to help me understand the mechanics of the different joins. Let's begin with the diagram showing the layout of some data and then how an inner join can be applied to that data. This diagram shows the left table and right table. In this chapter and the next, I often work with two tables named left and right. We can see that matching values of the ID field are colored with the same color. The ID field is known as Keyfield since it can be used to reference on table to another. Both the left and right tables also have another field named. This will be useful in helping us see specifically which records and values are included in each join. An inner join only includes records in which the key is in both tables. We can see here that the ID field matches for values of 1 and 4 only. With inner joins, we look for matches in the right table corresponding to all entires in the key field in the left table. So the focus here shifts to only those records with a match in terms of the ID field. Chapter 2 Left and right joins. We can remember outer joins are reaching out to another table while keeping all of the records of the original table. Inner joins keep only the records in both tables. The only records that were included in the resulting table of the inner join query were those in which the ID field had matching values. It is not always the case that each key value in the left table corresponds to exactly one record in the key column of the right table. In contrast, a left join notes those records in the left table that do not have a match on the key field in the right table. Chapter 3 State of the Union. Now our set theory clauses. In this chapter, we will focus on the operations of union and union all. Beginning in the top left, union includes every record in both tables but does not uh, uh, double count those that are in both tables. Union all includes every record in both tables and does replicate those that are in both tables. The SQL intersect clause or operator is used to combine two select statements but returns rows only from the first select statement that are identical to a row in the second select statement. The SQL except clause or operator is used to combine two select statements and returns rows from the first select statement that are not returned by the second select statement. Chapter number 4 Subqueries inside where and select clauses. SQL subquery is a nested inner query enclosed within the main SQL query, usually consisting of select statements, generally embedded within a where clause, along with the expression operators used primarily for solving complex use cases and increases the performance or speed of a DBMS operation. Syntax. The basic syntax for writing SQL subqueries depends upon the part of the main query where you want to embed it. It can be embedded within where clause. We will be learning about all of them shortly one by one. Parameters in SQL subquery. The parameters used in the syntaxes are select column name. It is used to select the required data from the database. Mention the column name which you want in the result set. Where condition. It is used to specify the condition to filter records. In the second case, the rows will be filtered according to the comparison between the results of the subquery and the mentioned column. That's all from my side.